What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you guys a super long overdue review of the Air Jordan 18 Retro in the OG Black and Sport Royal colorway. Before we move on, I just want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor for today's video, Rose Gold and Black. I'll talk a little bit more about who they are and what they do at the end of this review. These drop back on October 11th for $225 US or $300 here in Canada. The official colorway for this shoe is Black, Metallic Silver, and Sport Royal. So this colorway was the very first colorway of the Air Jordan 18 that dropped back in February of 2003. So I vividly remember these shoes dropping. It was early high school for me, MJ was back with the Wizards, and of course, to no surprise, I definitely couldn't afford this at the time. In fact, this is only the second pair of Air Jordan 18s that I've ever owned, the first one being the Countdown Pack edition from years back. Well, now that I am a working man, and it doesn't hurt that the Jordan store in Toronto had these for 25% off for Black Friday, this was a definite cop and a definite addition to the collection. So the Air Jordan 18's design was inspired by luxury Italian racing cars. This shoe has a very luxurious feel to it, and you'll see it throughout the length of this review. First off though, here's a quick look at the box. So these Jordan 18s come in this OG inspired box. At the very top, we have this 18 branding, which is the same branding that was found on the originals. However, this does not come with the towel and the suede brush that the originals came with back in 2003. As for the shoes themselves, so the majority of these Air Jordan 18s is constructed using this very soft black suede. Overlaid on top of the tongue, we have this black shroud. This is also constructed out of black suede, and then you'll see there's this white embroidered Jumpman in the bottom, along with this white contrast stitching found on either side of the shroud. At the very top, we have the number 23 embroidered as well. So this tongue is held into place using magnets, and as I pull open the tongue and pull it apart, the interior side of the tongue is constructed using a very soft black leather, and we also have this Jordan branding in metallic silver. As for the tongue itself, the bottom half has this sort of metallic mesh vent, and then at the very top, this is once again constructed in that very soft black leather. Overlaid on top of the tongue, we have your oval-shaped black laces, and these come with metallic silver lace tips, which have the Jumpman logo debossed into it as well. On either side of the top of the shoe, we have these triangular-shaped metallic silver eyelets, which gives it a nice pop in contrast to the rest of the shoe, which is predominantly black. Found near the ankle collar area of both the lateral side as well as the medial side, we have this flap, which reveals underneath these air vents, which have a bit of an iridescent effect to them. Turning these over to the back, you'll see there's this carbon fiber heel cup, and then right in the center, you'll see that the black rubber from the outsole extends upwards and onto the midsole itself, and this is finished off with the Sport Royal Jordan branding. The inner liner of these Air Jordan 18s is constructed using this Sport Royal textile. As for the insole, so these come with a very unique insole. So on the top, this just looks like any of your other standard Jordan insoles, but then if you flip this over to the back, you'll see that there's this layer of carbon fiber that's lined on the heel. So this is a very unique feature that you don't see too often, giving you that added support. So the upper of these Air Jordan 18s sits atop this midsole that's encased within this blue rubber carrier. As I zoom into this, you'll see that the midsole has a bit of a carbon fiber inspired look to it. Found within the midsole, not only do we have a carbon fiber shank plate, but we also have a full-length Zoom Air bag that runs across the length of the shoe, along with an additional Zoom Air bag underneath the heel, resulting in one of the most cushioned Air Jordans ever made. As I flip these over to the bottom, so here we have your classic outsole of the Air Jordan 18. So this is constructed in a combination of black and Sport Royal colored rubber. The blue colored rubber has a very sticky feel to it, and then the black rubber has this wavelength herringbone traction pattern. Rounding this all out, we have this 18 graphic on the forefoot, along with this Jumpman logo in the center, revealing the carbon fiber underneath. From a sizing standpoint, so the Air Jordan 18s fit relatively true to size. So my feet measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and I usually get size 10 in most of my Air Jordans. When I went to the Jordan store though, they only had size 10.5 left, and because it was such a good deal at 25% off, I still ended up buying them. With that said though, I actually felt that the 10.5 wasn't too bad. If you do have wider feet, you probably could easily go up a half size, and if you just wear thicker socks, you probably can't notice the difference. But if you do have the choice, then sticking true to size is probably the best bet. Comfort-wise, so this is purely from a non-performance standpoint, you can really feel that Zoom Air underneath your feet. One of the biggest cons though is the lack of ventilation on this shoe. So having this full suede upper with basically no holes throughout the shoe, these 18s can heat up fast, resulting in a pretty sweaty and hot interior. with all that out of the way, let me lace up these Air Jordan 18s and I'll show you guys how these guys look on feet. Overall, of all the Air Jordans that released post Michael Jordan's second retirement, so that means the 15s, 16s, 17s, and so on and so forth, the Air Jordan 18 is actually one of my favorites of that bunch. This is a shoe that I personally couldn't afford back when they originally released, and of all the colorways, this original black and blue colorway is, in my opinion, the most iconic. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of these black and Sport Royal Air Jordan 18s. If you guys like this video, be sure to give me that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and give me a follow on Instagram at esgo8, check out my Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. Before I end this video, I just want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor for today's video, Rose Gold and Black. So Rose Gold and Black, if you guys haven't heard of them before, they are an Australian-based men's jewelry and accessory company. And being 100% transparent with you guys, they produce some very wearable, very versatile, and high quality products. So today I'm rocking the white jade bead bracelet. So you're able to get this one along with some of my other favorites down in the link below, and you'll be able to take advantage of the special pricing available only to my viewers. So that pretty much wraps everything up. So until next time, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.